What is up, y'all? What is up? Damn, why is my angle always messed up? I never have it as high as it's supposed to be. This light always be in the shot. I'm just never prepared. Actually, I think I need this to be a bit closer. Never prepared. Never looks at my camera before starting. Crazy work. Crazy work. Give me a couple minutes. I'm still currently trying to set up. Hey, what's up? What is up? Today what I'm going to be doing is actually building a counter app, which I already built the HTML and CSS for, so I'm just only going in there to touch the JavaScript, which should be quick because I was freshening up on my skills yesterday. Hopefully I don't end up messing up on any of the coding, but if I do, I guess that's the learning experience, I'll tell you that much. But then also too, today, I believe there's this problem on Free Code Camp that I want to solve as well. What's up, McDonald? So, there's something else that I want to solve, and I'm just basically going to try to solve some exercises, because I was going through the Odin project, and for a while, it's trying to make me take some notes, because before, it was like every 2, they gave me an assignment, but for some reason now, it's like they're just talking about notes after notes after notes. So I tried Scrimba. Scrimba was actually really good, but apparently you gotta end up paying for it after you do 6 lessons a day, which I thought was super damn corny because I really wanted to use it because it was really helping me, and then it really had you do like real life exercises after you do it. So it sucks, man, because Scrimba was lit, man. I'm so upset. I don't know how much it was. I just remember that it tried charging me. So then I was just like, damn, that sucked, man. Okay, so now we're good here. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure I had everything set up on my phones. And let's go and jump right into this. Let me see if I got it open, though. Because I think I got this open here. I'm probably going to have some, I guess I don't really need ChatGPT there. And then this one is for my counter. So yes, let's go and jump for it. So somebody said, or actually, hold on, my bad. I gotta change this, because guys, guess what? We ended up hitting 900 subscribers. 900 subscribers, that is crazy. I did not think we were gonna end up hitting that. And you know what's insane too? We gained 400 subs in just the month of July alone. That is insane. So now I guess my next goal would be like 920. I like to make small goals. So this should be good. 2020, without 26, imagine 36. Start this new goal. Now let's go back here. And we're actually going to do this counter project. Let me read my comments. It says, after completing web development, what is your plan to study next? Honestly, it depends on where I'm at in my life, and it depends on, a bunch of circumstances. So I might go the IT route and just learn IT, try to get my foot through the door of tech, or it's probably going to be becoming full stack in web development, and I think technically that's for like everything when you think about it and you try to, probably merge in a bunch of different stuff, but I'll try to become full stack and then eventually, or IT, one or the other, depends on what comes first. If I make good money with being a freelancer, then I probably would just stick with what I'm doing. But if it's not doing too much, then I feel like I'm probably just going to go for IT. You said, I want to get into web designing. Any tips? I would say tips are, I think HTML and CSS with Free Code Camp is very good teacher, 100% a very good teacher. But also make sure that you build outside of it. So whenever you make a project in Free Code Camp, go into your visual code and rebuild it from scratch. Even if you're struggling, keep rebuilding it until you get it. That would be my advice. And then JavaScript, I'm kind of learning right now. But hey, that's what's up. I got 901. Thanks for that subscriber. Thank you so much. But yeah, so we're going to be making this counter project, which already works because I was doing it yesterday because I wanted to see if I had it in me still. And I think I had to like redo this like 6 times for me to even get it to work. It was insane. And then I was trying some new things. So we're going to try and get this to work. I created this like way back in the day. But what I normally do, because I know how to make it with HTML and CSS, so I hate building that part myself because it takes like too much extra time. So we're going to just keep the CSS and the HTML there, but without looking, we're just going to delete the whole JavaScript. Now let's hop back in there and let me go and redo this. This is gonna be scary, but you know what? I was practicing yesterday. Hopefully I got it in me. Hopefully I got it in me. On my phone looked weird for a second. I was like, what the hell? So let's start. So I know we gotta declare the counter label. And then I think I made everything the same name. We gotta do get element by ID. And it should just be the same thing, counter label. Oops. It says caught your stream today. Hey, that's what's up. I for some reason, man, it's like I just keep sleeping. And I just keep like missing my stream time. Is that how I'm supposed to spell that? Increase button? Or is it probably this right here? Oh, okay. So increase button, yeah, that should be what that is, equals document dot get element by ID. But yeah, so because I was supposed to stream like an hour ago, and then I just hopped on now. I was like, I cannot believe it. But I do have to go out to eat today. So it's like I have a bunch planned. I have to go out to eat today. I gotta watch a movie today. You said there's designing, then there's developing. Designing is like being an architect, just draw plans while developing, you draw and build. I mean, I was assuming, well, I know he said web designing, but I was assuming he probably meant web development because he clicked on this. But I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he actually did mean web designing. Oh my goodness. Here I have the CSS and HTML part of things. Oh, same here. I hate to see it. You know, yes, because it's like, especially when I know how to do it, it's like, then I don't care to like redo it, if that makes sense. I already know how to do it, and then it's probably just going to make it even more difficult. Because then now if I mistype something in my HTML, CSS, it's like, it just gets annoying. But I know how, I could have honestly just copied and pasted. I just realized that. And then just switched the first letters. Oh, you live and you learn. Hopefully I don't uppercase anything either, because I always have such a weird tendency to uppercase something. Well, technically, I wonder, are you supposed to uppercase this? I don't think you have to. So we gotta do increase, decrease. Oh, I like to do decrease first. Why did I do increase? Whatever. I guess that doesn't matter. And then you're going reset up in here. Hopefully I got this under my belt. I kind of lost my memory already. And then I think you're supposed to do count equals. Oh wait, oops, I always forget to do let. Let count equals 0. So do you watch web series? I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, not that I don't think so. I actually don't. Count, and then I think we're doing increase button dot add event listener click. Hopefully I don't mess this up because this is normally where I get my syntax messed up. I think it's because you're supposed to do something like this. Yuck, there we go. And then I think you go count. If we're doing increase, we're doing plus plus. And then I think we're supposed to do counter label, I think equals, or is it dot? Is it dot text content? Oh yeah, dot text content equals count, something like that. Then this should be easy from here, unless I mistyped somewhere. That should definitely be easy from here, unless I mistyped somewhere. And you got minus minus, and I gotta get used to putting my semicolons. Do these need one too? I'm not even sure. Then this is supposed to be count equals 0. And then I think you close that out. And this might work. I feel like I might have mistyped somewhere. I normally don't get it on my first try. Oh. Alright, I got it, I guess. I didn't think I was gonna get it. So I'm a Python dev, currently got a freelance work for a guy, and I'm only 13. Hey, that's what's up, man. Oh wait, my decrease button is not working, or my reset button, so I messed up there. Oh. I'm stupid. I am stupid. The reset. But why is my decrease button not working though? Counter label dot text content equals count. Now let me see. What the hell? So I must have misspelled something. So count, let me see. Increase, oh, what the heck? I forget. So reset button. Okay, that probably fixed it. What the hell? Alright, there must be something else. Increase button, decrease button, reset button. Let count equals 0, increase, decrease, reset. Huh. Where did I mistype? Where did I mistype? Because it definitely is a mistype. I don't think I'm missing anything. Counter label plus plus. It's weird that this one is working. Normally when I can't get that, like I normally can't just get one to work. So it's weird that this one is working. So this should be decreases by 1, counter label, text content equals count. Counter label. Did I accidentally mess up me? Decrease button, increase button, reset button. Actually, I'm not even sure. I honestly can't see where I went wrong. I bet you it's something so tiny too, man. Because you let count is 0. Yesterday I tried getting back in OOP and got so frustrated I forgot a lot of syntax. I don't think a lot of opportunity to use it. It's so frustrating when you forget some JavaScript syntax. No, big facts. Someone said my decrease button. But I know I did my decrease button twice by accident. Did I spell decrease wrong? Because I had to fix it up here. There's something wrong with my button. This, can I review your website? Oh, I put deceased? Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. I hate JavaScript, bro. You misspelled a little bit, and that messes up the entire code. And I kept rereading it too. I was like, what the hell am I mistyping? That is crazy. All right, I'm not even too mad about that. I knew it was a mistype. I'm like, I know I got everything here. But okay, perfect. So we got that done. Happy about that. Now, I want to do this here. Let me just erase, not erase it. Because I already did it. But I'm trying to get my memory up there. My memory's not so damn good. So I think immediately I gotta do total equals 0. Oh wait, I gotta do let. So this one I might fumble a lot. But I know immediately I gotta do total equals 0. And then I believe you're doing the for. Oh wait, no, you're not doing the. Wait, are you doing the for loop? You could use a loop to iterate. So I think you're doing the for loop. I think you might be doing the for loop, and then you're doing scores. Oh wait, no, scores is up there. So am I doing a for loop or not? You can use a loop to iterate the scores, right, and add up all of it. The only thing I know is at some point I just need to return the total divided by scores.length. That's all I remember. So I guess this is the best way to solve it. Do what you know. So you do total that. So I think here is supposed to be I equals, I don't know if it's supposed to be 1 or 0. Damn, I equals 1 or 0. Because what is the goal? We're trying to add something 0, right? Because then that would get you the first one. And then you're supposed to do I, something scores.length. I think it's supposed to be I is less than scores.length. And then it's supposed to close it out and then do I plus plus. I think. And then what are you supposed to get here? I think it's supposed to be something like total. Because I know it's supposed to be something like scores and then I. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like total equals scores I. Is that what that is? No. So total equals, if something with scores I. Unless this is supposed to be 1. No, I don't think so. So we got total divided by the scores.length. We got I is less than, or is it supposed to be less than and equal to? No, I think it's supposed to be less than. What is it? Is it total? Let me reread. Is it? No, it can't be total plus. It says the average is calculated by adding them all up. Is it plus? Total plus? Is by adding up all the scores and then dividing it. I hate that it's only this one. I should have like reread it for a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't think it's plus. Because you're trying to get the total number of scores. Like I understand doing total minus scores.length, but I guess here I'm trying to get it to where whatever I is with the scores supposed to be doing something. Is it getting the sum of all the scores here? I'm not too positive. So I watched a Japanese YouTuber do that exercise and she took 3 hours to get it right, but she already got 70% right. No, yeah, honestly, when I was first doing it, it was definitely difficult, but I feel like because I kept trying to get myself to like practice it, that's why. But I still, like, and the thing is, I know it's right here, and I actually don't know. So I feel like I might need some help because it's like, I don't know if it's total. I know it has something to do with total. Is it total equals, total plus equals? No, that can't make sense. Total plus, I'm not sure. I honestly can't remember what this is supposed to look like. Not that. But then also too, I think maybe if I could understand what I'm supposed to get here, maybe that would probably help. So totals divided by scores.length equals 0. Scores.length. I'm still not sure if that's supposed to be 1 or 0, so we'll just have to trial and error. I know total is supposed to be 0. You can use a loop to iterate. What is that first part? And add up all the scores. It can't just be total plus scores. That wouldn't make sense. Damn, this is tough. Because it's also, there's no way it's like divide again. That wouldn't make sense. So it's like, I'm trying to think so hard. Is it plus equal? No, I already tried plus equal. Equals plus. So it'll be the average equals sum divided by this. Let me reread. You're trying to calculate, if you finish the grids, you need your help to calculate the average score. And this is basically taking in these numbers here, putting it with the scores. And you get the average by adding them all up. It has to do something with adding. It has to do something with like adding the total scores to the score. I mean, wait, no, because why would the total be added? Or is it supposed to be, I feel like I already did this. I don't think we're supposed to do it that way. Because you're basically trying, I think what you're trying to do here is you're trying to get the total to equal the scores. Is it just equal? You're trying to get the total. Because I know the goal is to try and get this total to add up these scores. So that's where I'm like, how is it not equals? Well, I don't know if I'm putting it in the right syntax. Is it equals first and then plus? Okay, yeah, no. So it's plus then equals. So this, let me try and switching this. Should it be 1? Okay, no. I guess that was wrong. Damn. How could I not remember? Oh my goodness. That is insane. So I'm supposed to be doing total plus score. I was close. But next time if I'm trying to, oh wait, it still didn't go through. So that's good. So maybe I missed something somewhere else, so that's okay. So I don't know if this is supposed to be 1 then. Okay, that's 0. That still isn't going through. So I'm still going wrong somewhere else. And it's not here. So total equals total plus scores I. And then return the total divided by scores.length. I'm surprised this isn't working. What the hell? So I knew it was total plus scores, but it makes sense to be like total equals total plus scores. So how is this still not working? Dot length. Is it because I'm not closing anything? Okay, no. I guess they don't they don't care. What the hell? I'm trying to see if it was a misspelling or is it like I completely did something wrong, because I know this is right. Unless it's supposed to be equals. Okay, yeah. So I know this is right. Oh wait, something's going on here because it's not even showing the less than sign. But it will show when I do that or when I do this. What the hell? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be I, it needs to be less than. No. That wouldn't make sense. Why is it not showing this? I is less than the score's length. Does that not make sense? I'm assuming this is probably where I'm going wrong up here then. Because the total equals 0, I equals 0, might be wrong still. But for some reason that less than is not working. I swore on everything that's supposed to be less than. There's no way. There's no way. I feel like I already went through this trying to switch the numbers, but unless they're both supposed to be 1. Okay. So it's not that. It has to be something to do with here. I feel like I keep doing the same thing. I keep doing the same exact thing. That don't even make sense, bro. I swear it's supposed to look like this. And I guarantee you it's this one. I just have a feeling. Unless I'm doing something wrong down here. Maybe it's supposed to be total. No, because it can't be, without. It can't be total equals, then total divided by score's length. That wouldn't make sense. So get average should return a number. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm doing that part right. Your function should return a number. It has to be here. At this point, somebody tell me. Only tell me if it's here. Don't tell me if it's something else. She'll not remember if you just spoon feed her. Let her go through the process of learning the language. No facts. But so someone said I'm a beginner as in JavaScript developer. Hey, same. I'm a beginner too, bro. That's why I'm here suffering. So, oh, I just realized what y'all said. That pissed me off. It's always that stuff. It's always that stuff, man. That just pissed me off. And you know, yesterday I took the same amount of time with the and this is why it pisses me off. I took the same amount of time, but this time it was because I was forgetting to put let here. Throw the keyboard, man. Throw the keyboard. I'm pissed. What's up? What's up? What's up, Code with me? What's up, Zigzag? That just irked me. That just irked me. How did I let myself down with the same exact thing that stopped me yesterday? Insane. But I feel like the fact that I ended up struggling with it, all that means is I just gotta do it again tomorrow until I end up being able to understand it. And at least I knew. I was like, this is supposed to be somewhere where the total is getting the scores by the I, basically, so by these numbers. And I was like, I know it needs to be total plus scores, but I wasn't thinking to do total equals. It's like, for some reason, my brain, and I don't know if it's because like I'm so stuck with math in real life, but like if you do total equals total plus scores, then in real life, like that would be false because it's supposed to be, it should just be total equals total. But because mentally I'd be forgetting that with JavaScript, it's like you can do this and it would make sense. Because it's not really saying like total equals total plus scores. It's just like saying this, like total plus scores is what total is. And that's how I have to see it. Always confuses. Someone said always read the error. What's the error you're getting? Oh, you know what's so crazy, bro? The fact that you just said that, I was just taking notes on that up here. So I actually don't know the errors yet. But the Odin project was just taking me through what errors were. But I think I only got to like what we were about to review. That's so funny that you said that, bro. That is so funny. Cause I'm definitely going to have to learn that. That's why this is here. But I wanted to real quick make sure I coded at least for the beginning of my stream, man. But if you guys are new here, man, hit that subscribe button. We ended up hitting the goal of 900 subs. Now we are trying to hit 920. So hit that sub button. Even if you can't stick around, it is okay. Hit that subscribe button. I go live every single day trying to learn how to code. And JavaScript is something else, man. It is something else. At least I was able to get my counter project. It was just also, and it's always, I don't know if it's because when I code, I start to like rush a little bit. Because if y'all were here earlier, I literally messed up my code because I forgot the R. I forgot the R in my decrease. I'm like, I always end up messing up with something so simple. with something so simple. It irks me to my core because it's like, okay, I got this part, I got that part. The hard stuff, but then, oh, you forgot to put let. Bruh. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So now, which is so funny that, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think it's like Rohit mentioned to always read the error. What's the error you are getting while debugging? That is amazing because what are the odds that they were just trying to teach me about errors here? So that's what I was going to end up doing. I just wanted to make sure I coded a little bit on camera because I know the coding part is probably what people mainly come for. But as of right now, I'm going to take some lessons on errors. Why am I saying errors? What did I even end up writing? I put error messages provide developers with a treasure trove of knowledge, and they tell you everything you need to know how to solve them or resolve them. Being able to parse error messages and warnings without fear will enable you to effectively debug your applications. So, I guess I don't really need to write that part, but because we already got the best part, I see. So in this section, we're going to be overviewing, name at least 3 kinds of JavaScript errors, identify 2 parts of an error message that help you find where the error originates, and be able to understand how to research and resolve errors. Then this might really help me then. Straight up, this might really help me. Because honestly, I'm not even going to lie too. I didn't even know that free code camp shows when you get an error. I had no idea, so I didn't even notice that it was on the screen. But then this might actually truly help me because there's more stuff on free code camp that I need to solve, but I just haven't continued moving forward. Because I actually already completed that lesson, and I completed the next 4 in that like school book review. But it's always hard for me to like do it again. And that's where I realized maybe I should just keep making myself do it again until it becomes like second nature, because now I'm understanding. So I really like the fact that even though I didn't put equals total plus scores I like that I still knew what was supposed to be written and what was supposed to be happening. I just didn't understand how to get it there. And that's what I like a lot. Because I feel like at first when I was learning JavaScript, that was not what I was doing. I was just trying to get the answer done. If I couldn't get it, I struggled, and it was just worse. So I feel like I like the fact that I knew what I was doing, but I just ultimately didn't get there. Somebody put, always visualize the calculations of your logic so you can get a picture of what's going on inside. No, that's what I'm saying, because I was so happy because literally the last one before this, I'm not sure if you guys were here in my last live, but where I left off, it was me basically being taught how to become a problem solver and to understand the logic and understand the problem and break it down into parts. So that was what I ended up doing. Like I probably did it mentally, so y'all probably didn't see me like doing it, but that's why I was like, okay, I know at some point I need to do addition. So I'm like, I don't know where, but at some point it needs to be done. So it's like, I'm not too good at breaking down the problem yet, but it was teaching me how to be a good problem solver. And I'm like, oh yes, I definitely need to try and implement that every time they show me an issue. Even if it's something easy, still break it down. They also said to do like pseudocode, which is like breaking it down into easier ways to understand it. The way a question is asked. So it's like, that is pretty dope. It says to start with the easiest one first, but to also remember and understand what you are solving for, because if you don't get what you're solving for, then you're just never going to solve it, basically. So I was like, oh hell yeah. So I took that one to heart. I was like, I gotta make sure I'm a problem solver after that. Someone said, hey, what are we playing with today? I think you missed the beginning, Stable Dev. I ended up redoing my counter project, which was a bit more simpler. I just messed up on like a word. And then I ended up doing some lesson in JavaScript, which was crazy. It took me some help, but eventually we ended up getting there. So hopefully by tomorrow I could do it without help. And then as of right now, I'm reading the Odin project for error messages, and I'm going to be taking some notes because I need to understand error messages, because they tell you basically where you need to fix something, technically in a way, if you can understand it. Someone said a shorthand is less than or greater than total or plus and equals score. Okay, works the same. Okay. And that's supposed to be like, oh, never mind. I was going to say that's supposed to be like the arrow method thing that they're talking about, but I think the arrow method is equals and then greater than, so never mind about that. If you're new here, man, hit that subscribe button. We have a goal to hit 920 subscribers. I am currently trying to become a freelancer, but before I could do that, I need to end up learning a bit more of JavaScript. So as of right now, I'm trying to learn a bit more on error messages. And if you guys have no idea what that is, definitely follow along, because apparently it can really help you understand where you were going wrong in a code. So an error is a type of object built into JS language consisting of a name/type and a message. Errors contain crucial information that can assist you in locating the code responsible for the error, determining why you have this error, and resolving the error. I probably should have wrote that better than what the hell I wrote at the top, because this is a great definition right here. Great definition. I cannot wait until I start understanding it, because I feel like it might really help me. It might really help me for real, because, but like I said, the way that I'm thinking now was not the way I was thinking when I was first doing JavaScript. So I feel like I'm truly actually understanding this time around. Because before, maybe I felt like before I was rushing my learning, because it was like I was documenting it on YouTube, on like YouTube videos, and I feel like I wanted to always improve, and I hated making videos of like, oh, I'm not learning, oh, I still don't get it. Even though I was still making videos of it, I feel like it just sucked because I really wanted to learn it, that I think I was rushing my learning. And then, like I said, I was just building stuff without understanding what anything was doing. So it's like, I wasn't even really solving the problem. I was just going based off of memory. So I'm like, oh yeah, you write this because, actually I don't know why, but I'm just going to write it because I know it goes there. It's like, that's not going to end up working, because then you try to make something that's similar, you're not going to be able to do it because you only know the information or the memorization of what you did for that counter project, for instance. So I'm trying to really make sure I get it. But it just sucks, when you only have an hour a day to really understand JavaScript, is kind of corny. I think today I got more hours in my day today, so that should be better, but I'm not even sure because I should be hanging out with family. But it's like when you only have an hour a day, it sometimes it could feel like, at least you're still learning, but it could feel like you're making like a slide forward instead of a step, if that makes sense. But I guess at the end of the day, as long as you're still learning, it's a good thing. And I haven't been stressed either. When I was first learning JavaScript, bro, y'all have no idea. I don't know if it was just because, like I said, I wanted to just move quick for my YouTube videos. But I used to stress every day. Literally every day. But then also at that time, too, I was still trying to learn CSS and HTML at the same time. So I probably was just stressed because of how much, like, stuff I was learning. So I'm glad that I finally, not finished, but, I finally... I'm building more with CSS and HTML, that it's like I'm not really taking notes anymore unless something new pops up. But now it allows me to keep my main focus on JavaScript, which is what I always needed. You say 100 more subs to 1K, let's go. I hope so, man. Says the struggle is where the real growth happens. No, big facts. Make sure you end up liking up this stream. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, join me on this journey. But I know, man, it's crazy. I'm assuming probably by the end of August, or not even. I think that's just me. Maybe, I'm not sure, because we got this last 100 subs, I think, in less than a week. Or in a week, my bad. So I'm actually not even sure. I could end up getting it in the beginning of August or the end of August. But 1,000 subs, man, that would be insane. So this code, const A, hello, const B, that would obviously give an error because, for one, why are we going for C? There's no C. Or, oh, not error. C is undefined. Well, technically. So, okay. Well, I understand this. This is just clear as day. It's just telling you. It's just telling you at that point. But, says this code will run, but it will generate an error. In technical terms, this is called throwing an error. The first part of an error displays the type of error, and then this provides the first clue is what you're dealing with. So we'll learn more about the different error types later in the lesson. So an example, we have a reference error. Okay, I don't think I need to draw the example. Should I? I don't think so. I feel like should I though? I don't know, because I always gotta remember, like, future Mars, if, future Mars ever looks back at this, and I'm assuming future Mars as in a week later, like next week. If I were to look back at this and I just seen myself take a note of that, I don't think I would get it. Sometimes I'm a visual learner. Sometimes I could read, but sometimes having a nice little picture there, it helps. I'm not gonna lie. It really, it helps just a little bit. So it says, what course is this? This is the Odin project. I think I'm on, I don't even know anymore. They don't really tell you what lesson you're on. think I'm on 5 or something. I don't know. I might be tripping. I might be more deeper. Oh yeah, so I was doing Scrimba, man. Scrimba, I highly recommend, but I hate the fact that you gotta pay for it. But I'm considering it because I like the fact that they guide you through it. Or not guide you through it, because they don't do it for you. They do some things for you, but they'll tell you what they want you to do, and then you can solve it, see if it's right, as like he's basically there even though he's not really there. Like it was so cool. And I think my only issue, like I said with it, is like, damn, like why does this cost something? Like that's why I like Free Code Camp, because the fact that it's free and it teaches you the same thing, because I learned how to make a counter because of Free Code Camp, but then now I'm going to Scrimba trying to make a counter. It's like I could just do it for free rather than paying over here, but it's just, I might end up paying for it though, because it seemed like I was learning like pretty good. I did like 6 lessons. Wish I could have done more. So console.log C. Okay, but that don't look like no damn C on my paper. So it says this code will run an error, but it will be called a throwing error. So this will run a throwing error, meaning, I don't know, actually. So the first part displays the type of error. Nice. So first part is the type, which says uncaught reference error. Then C is not defined. So I'm wondering, will the second one always pop up though? Because I feel like I just would never, I wouldn't look at that. Like if it's saying C is not defined, I would just go with, oh yeah, I gotta define C. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't really look at the reference part. So first part, type of error. And then second part is, I guess, oh, I got a subscriber, y'all. And for some reason, it played through my screen. Let me see who it was. It was Sam Tobin. And you know what's crazy? It only shows some people. I wonder if that's because maybe some people's accounts are private. Maybe it's because some people's accounts are private. But thank you so much for the subscribe button, man. That's what's up. I've been learning how to code for 3 months. I know some people probably, and about to be 4, I know some people probably in that time span were a little bit further. But you also got to bear with me. There was a couple things that went along with my journey. I worked 12-hour shifts. So I'm only able to study for like an hour a day and do stuff for like an hour a day. And then also as well, I think previously that's when I messed up with trying to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript at the same time, to the point where I forgot it all and I had to restart. So it was terrible. But definitely for like 3 months, man, and this is pretty damn cool. So doesn't freelancing have any, oops, almost accidentally reported your comment, bro. It says, doesn't Free Code Camp have any JS tutorial course guide, whatever? Free Code Camp does, but when I personally went with Free Code Camp, it was difficult for me. It was difficult for me because I think it did a lot of hand holding, and then even though I was still building stuff outside of Free Code Camp, I think it was moving a little bit too quick into things that I wasn't ready for, like how we're making the RPG game. I would not be able to make that outside of Free Code Camp. Like they were doing too much, like for me to be able to learn that. And I also think I should have just did it side by side on my own as well, but so that was my fault. So I just had trouble. I had trouble. I am going to go back in there when I do feel like I learned a good amount. I am going to go back in there and try to get that certification. Not someone said, my bad. So this provides the first clue as what we're dealing with. So we'll learn more about the different error types. So an example, so we got reference error here. Reference error here. So then that is going to be good. But yeah, I've been learning how to code for almost 4 months, man. And it's just been such a beautiful, long journey. He says, like me, mine didn't show up back then. Says, how are you doing your DSA? If you're talking to me, no. Someone said I was on call. What did I miss? Oh, you didn't miss too much, man. We're just taking a bunch of notes about errors, different type of errors. So pretty much all I'm getting into right now, or the type of error we're getting into, is going to be the reference error. So I think this might probably be the easiest one because I think it literally will tell you what's going on. I'm not sure about the other ones. Does it get more descriptive? Yeah, no, see this? I wouldn't know. I mean, actually I would because I know what syntax means. So syntax probably would be like you're missing like something that's supposed to be a part of the code. So let me see, did they write it? Cause dot push, no, that looks, how's that? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe, oh no, that's a type error. Okay, my bad. So where's this? Oh yes, okay, so syntax, for instance, what's missing here would be the dot and then the parentheses. So I guess that would be what a syntax error is like when you're trying to use something. And let's say, maybe it would probably be the same thing if I erase this here. I wonder, would it say syntax error or would it just say completely like done? Because technically, like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see as we keep going. But that's pretty much what we're getting into, because apparently these errors, man, they end up helping you a lot. I almost skipped this section because I didn't think it was that deep until like I read the first part, and I was like, I guess I gotta learn about errors, man. Someone said how to understand JavaScript. Hey, listen, I'm trying to understand it my damn self. But I would say, I think they said something about like taking notes on it, like make sure you write it down. If you need to draw, do that. Plan, like I don't even know, man. JavaScript is difficult. It's difficult, even though, because I think they had a whole section talking about understanding it. I'm like, nah. Y'all like tripping. Thrown when one refers to a variable that is not declared. So this happens when one refers to a variable that is not there. Hey, we got 6 more subs, man. That's what's up. 906. Hey, says when one refers to a variable that is not declared. Damn, actually, I was gonna go out to eat around 2:30, but I think I might have to switch 3. Would you be able to get me of that too much? Wait, what? Would you be able to get me of that too much? What the hell is this dude saying? Oh, he's asking if I could pick him up. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch it to 3 because F that. And then I'm gonna do 3 instead over here, and then I'm gonna be like, I don't know, because I don't know if I can pick you up. The hell? I gotta think about it. So it says not declared and or initialized within the current scope. Okay, so and or not initialized in the current scope. So what does that exactly mean? Not being initialized in the current scope? Could that mean, because you know how sometimes you could declare a variable inside of the function, but if you try to use it outside of the function, it won't work because it only works inside of the function? Is that what that's saying? Like something like that? Within the current scope? I'm not too sure. Someone says, also, has anyone here ever used Upwork as a platform for freelancers? Yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely plan on getting in that. But like I said, I feel like when it comes to being a freelancer, I think it's probably best to, like, yes, put yourself on websites, but always reach out to people, because I honestly think that's probably why a lot of freelancers, like, not fail, but they don't get much clients, is because they're waiting on people instead of just cold calling, instead of trying to, shoot, you could do it in person. You could do it through social media. Like now everyone got social media, like contact anything and just see what you could get. And I feel like that ultimately should be the goal. And then also too, you could do it to places that are local, but then on top of that, you could do it to like other places or other cities that would be considered like local to them. You know what I'm saying? So there's still so much people who are considered like small business owners or like small entrepreneurs all over the world, where you could target them for at least experience first. And then, try to rise up into actual, like small businesses, but as in restaurants, like people that will pay more. I feel like then you can get into stuff like that. But it says, thank you, sister, from tips. It says oh, you're welcome. Well, I don't know if that was actually, yeah, I think that was to me. It says reference error is like calling a variable in your console log, but you never created it in the first place. No, yes, that's what I wrote. But I'm saying, for here, because it's saying, wait, you said calling a variable, but you never created it. Because it says here, this refers to a variable that is not declared and or. So I'm saying, what is this? Initializing something within the current scope. So would that be something like for instance, if you declared it, but you declared it inside of a function, but then you try to use it outside of a function, would it say it's not defined or it would say reference error because it's not inside of that scope? Or maybe I'm tripping about this part right here, but that's basically what I was asking. Just because that's a little bit, confusing. Someone said, sister, I'm 18 and I want to become a web developer. Oh, hey, someone hit that sub button. Hold on, let me see who it is, because for some reason it won't pop up on my screen. That was Luigi. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. That is amazing. At 907 now, bro. That is amazing. You guys are great. It says, and I know HTML and CSS and not understand JavaScript. I mean, then, hey, listen, join me. That's literally what I'm doing. I don't understand too much of JavaScript. So that's why I'm here, taking a bunch of notes. Just study with me. Someone says, I think it can also be raised when you use a variable from a temporal dead zone. Oh, okay. Okay, because that's basically what I'm trying to see, because it's saying and or. I'm wondering what specifically does that mean, but okay. On our scope, the error message explains that the error has occurred because So errors occurred because C has not been defined. C has not been defined. So I also got to remember that this is a C, because the way I wrote this on my paper, that don't even look like a C anyway. Okay. Different errors of this type have different messages based on what is causing the reference error. Okie doke. So for example, another message you may run into is reference error, can't access lexical declaration X before initialization. So I think that's saying you can't access it before it's initialized. But what does initialized mean? Does initialized mean has a value? Or does initialized mean it being ran? Like being put like in the console or being put in the result? That's where I'm getting confused. Initialization. What does that mean? Same thing up here with initialized. Someone put, where is it at? It says why, it says exactly is not defined because it's out of the scope. Okay. Someone said, why you want to become a web developer specifically? I feel like for me, I just always liked coding. And I was just looking into something that I could get into. And software engineering, when I looked at it, it looked like it was a bit too, software engineering, it looked like it was a bit too difficult. Not that I couldn't have learned it, but when I seen that Free Code Camp had free courses, the Odin Project had free courses, I know I could have probably followed along like on a YouTube video, but I feel like when you have like a website designed to teach you, it feels more like easier to be inclined towards it. So I feel like I went, with making websites as the route, but then I kind of fell in love with it too, because I could switch if I wanted to. Like I really want to be a game developer. So if I really wanted to, I could be like, you know what, scratch this. I'm not even going to finish this. Probably still finish JavaScript, but then just learn about game development. But I decided like, if I'm going to do it, let me do it this way, especially too, because I feel like if you do it as like a side hustle or in a freelancer way, I think you can make more money, or not more money, but you can make money quicker than if you did anything else. Because, and I'm not saying like I'm gonna be balling. I know that it's gonna be difficult to find clients, but when you do get your clients, it's like you're gonna make money faster than the person who, chose to go this route and is trying to pursue a career, rather than you choosing something where you could just work for someone right away, if that makes sense. But it's not gonna be a lot of money at first until you build up your experience, you build up your skills. But I think, just doing it as a side hustle or freelancer is way more achievable than just trying to jump straight into like an entry level career. Either if I went to, game development, same thing, that's going to be hard. Software engineering, that's going to be hard. And not saying that this isn't, but it's a little bit more easier. Someone said, next step, download Arc. It says you're on the right track. Thank you. Oh, sister loves. Thanks. Says I don't know the term temporal dead zone. Initialize means create. Oh, okay. Damn. So I thought it was good. I thought it meant like to declare a value. So it just means to create. So that basically is trying to say that you can't access X because it's not even created. Is basically what that's saying. So where are you getting your certification? I was getting it from Free Code Camp, but it says, hey, you're wasting time. Keep learning coding. You all get errors, then you learn. For not doing learn error test. I don't think I'm wasting time. But I understand because I know some people have their own perspective on it. But I honestly think that for me, the reason why I went wrong earlier when I tried learning JavaScript was because I didn't understand anything. I was coding, but I didn't understand. And I think for some people that's different. Some people say, you just keep coding, you'll learn. I'm like, yeah, for me, I needed to understand it, and then it was like better. So that's why I'm trying to take a note of it. But I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm fine with what I'm doing. Game dev takes a long time to make money. Yeah, exactly. So until you create a variable and use it, then you haven't initialized it. Okay, so let me write that down and make sure I take that note. So initialization means you have to create the variable. So what are you learning? Is it JavaScript? Yes, it is JavaScript. But right now I'm learning about errors. Make sure y'all hit that sub button though. We're trying to get to 920 subs. So we got a reference error here, which is can't access. But trust me though, I think your name is Rohit. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But I was gonna say, but trust me, when it does come to my days off, I do more than what you see on the screen. When it comes to my days off, I do more than what you see on the screen. It's just the days that I do work, then yeah, it's kind of what you see on the screen is more than likely what I got done for the day. But just yesterday, like, I was going crazy with trying to learn JavaScript. And that's the reason why I was able to, like, rebuild my counter project earlier. Because I bet you if I did not take that time to practice, I would have hopped on here and I wouldn't have known how to do anything. So off camera, on my days off, I definitely take my time and I definitely do code. It's just on camera, I just do what kind of comes to mind. Like I said, I coded when I started, then, now I'm learning. So I think you gotta learn sometimes. So this is, so basically saying X is not created yet or declared. Stable dev says it's a period between a scope and the actual declaration of a variable. Using let or const and eg is trying to access a variable before the initialization step. Okie doke. So it says, as we can see, this points to a completely different reason than our original reference. Above, so understanding both error types in the error message is crucial to comprehending why you're receiving the error. So that's good that I ended up asking, because I'm telling you, if I read this or something like this, like before initialization, because all I see in my head is just this, is really all I care about, and then reference error. But if I seen something like this, I wouldn't have got it. That's why I need to take notes. But someone said, as we can see, this points to complete, oh yeah, I'm good. So next part of the error gives us the name of the file, which you can find the error. So in this case, it's script.js. So I guess this one I probably wouldn't need to know until I'm like writing large amounts of code, because I don't even be having, hey, someone hit that sub button. Let me go and see who. It was KTube. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It says, what are you going to do after JS? I think my goal would eventually be to learn React and Tailwind, TypeScript, get into stuff like that afterwards. But right after, I think I'm just going to do some freelance work. It probably would be easier if I got into React and Tailwind first. But, no, yeah, so I'm not sure though. I'm probably just going to freelance completely and then get into React, TypeScript, yada yada, the basics. Or the stuff that helps. The stuff that be helping. So it says another important part of the error is stack trace. This helps you understand when the error was thrown in your application and what function. Should I take a note of this? They might ask me. Wait, what next part of the error? Oh, right here. Wait, but so is that talking about the line? Or, oh, it is talking about the line. So I do gotta take a note of this. I would have messed that up. I didn't even know they showed you the line. What the hell? Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that I'm reading this right now. This allows you to easily, oh my gosh. So, damn, this is crazy. I would not have known that. I didn't even know that was showing you the line. I almost skipped it. Too easily. It says, I guess now you're talking to stable dev. It says less reading, more doing, that's the key. Well, I was just coding in the beginning. You probably just joined now. But I was definitely just coding in the beginning. As of right now, I'm trying to take notes because, honestly, if I saw this stuff, I wouldn't understand it. So the best thing to do as of right now is to take notes. But yeah, I was just coding earlier. I was coding off camera. So trust me, I am coding. I just know that you guys probably would like to see it on live. But I did it earlier. So there is some footage of me coding a bit more. But yeah, as of right now, I think it, oh my goodness, my voice. As of right now, I think it only makes sense for me to be taking a note of this because I just would not understand it. Problematic line, it says here, wait, what the hell, where was I even writing? Oh, oops, my bad. So I was on it. So originates from the fourth line. So from the fourth line. So basically, now all I got to do is just write it down as an example, and then from there I should just understand that. I don't think I need any more from this part because they're telling you the line. But then what is this? Oh, and this is telling you the column. There's columns. So it says 413. So it says sometimes your browser console will display the column or character in the line. Oh, okay. So that's pretty dope. I probably wouldn't need to take this. I probably wouldn't. What did I even write? 'Cause I didn't even write that. My thing looked so weird just now. I think I forgot to write script. And then we're going to end up writing this here because it could show either way. So I guess you do 4. And then I guess I'll write 13. And then I could put like column or... yeah, I'll just put column there because technically this is the row. Anyway, someone says, oh, it said knock knock. Someone said, nice. Are you just getting started with programming? Well, I know HTML, I know CSS, but when it comes to JavaScript, that's where the struggle begins. So in a way, yeah. Someone put, oh, you're still talking to McDonald. Okay. So now we're about to finish here. Let me flip over. Yeah, so we're basically finished here, and then it says another important part of an error is a stack trace. This helps you understand when the error was thrown in your application and what functions were called that led up to the error. A stack trace. Oh, print? What the hell? It says our print should call an add, which returns a variable named C, which currently has not been declared. So this corresponding error follows uncaught. So it says at add script.js 5. So saying something here. At print script.js 9 here. And then it's saying at script.js 12 here. So there's something going on in these areas. So the track trace tells us. Also, a track trace is like when they basically tell you multiple things are going on. So it's not defined. Then you got this, then you got that. So a track trace lets you trace the evolution of an error back to its origin. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying track trace is stack trace. Or was I saying that? I don't even know. Stack trace. We're at 909 subs, man. Let's see if we can get to 920. She'll call by 3S. Juju. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, man. I just seen a message that just irked me to my core. Literally irked me to my core. I hate when this happens. What the heck? Sorry, 1 second. If you are new here, man, hit that subscribe button. It says, ironically, you will never get reference error for variables declared with var. Well, I don't think... oh, did they declare it with var? I was gonna say, I don't think I'll ever use var. I don't think I'll ever use var, because you don't have to, right? Or is there moments where you definitely need to? Is there moments where you definitely would need to? So now we got the stack trace, my bad. So I'm just only going to write that definition. So the stack trace lets you trace, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. The evolution of the error back to the start of it. So the evolution of the error, I don't know why I keep saying error, back to the error. I can't even say it right, bro. I've never had to say this word so many times in a day that it's like, or wait, what the hell? Oh, I did spell that right. I was about to say, oh my gosh, I have such a bad eye twitch, y'all. I have no idea why, and it's just so bad. So uncomfortable. And it's been like this for like 3 days now. So of add, and then you close that out, period. I don't know why I said period. I mean, I know it says period here, but I don't think you gotta write that. We're now at 910. Hey, that's what's up. When did we start this stream? Oh, we started about an hour ago. We might be coming to an end here. I might have to take the rest of these notes off camera. More than likely, most of you guys probably would want to see it off camera. Y'all probably really just want to see me code, but I'm sorry. It's like, the problem is that I think when it comes to learning how to code, you need to do a mix of coding and a mix of building. And like I said, I built my counter project. I answered a coding lesson over here. And that's probably what I'm going to do every day before I get into my notes. But it's like, if I'm only showing, most of what I'm doing on camera, especially on the days that I work, it's like, that's just going to be the stuff that you see because you need to take notes. You can't just completely just code and think you're going to get it. You need to do a mix of both. Probably build more, but you definitely need to do a mix of both. So these are some of the most common errors you encounter. So now you got the syntax error. We already just got into that. Oh, no, we didn't. I read further. I forgot. I read further. But that should be easy, though. Syntax error. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, man. It would be crazy if we could hit 920. It would be insane. I don't know if I should keep streaming. Should I keep streaming? Probably not. You know what? Because I'm probably going to take the rest of this off camera. then that would probably be a little better, because honestly, I'm not even halfway. I think right here is halfway from what the hell of the notes that I'm gonna be taking today. So I'll definitely take all that off camera. Thank God it's my day off, because guess what? If it wasn't, y'all would have been with me from today, tomorrow, probably the next day, taking all these damn notes, and y'all would have hated that. But alright, let's go and switch. So y'all know what this means when we come over here. It's a ask some questions. I will answer. You can ask literally anything. I'll answer anything, kind of, depending on what you ask. Someone said, let me read my comments. It says, from where are you studying? If you mean like, do you mean like the website I'm using, or where I like live? I'm assuming you're probably talking about the website. So I would say the Odin Project, sometimes Free Code Camp. Other times I'll watch like a guided project on YouTube, and then I'll try to rebuild it myself. So really depends. Sometimes I use ChatGPT as a mentor. Sometimes I use you guys as a mentor. So definitely I'm trying to get lots and lots of help from anywhere and everywhere I can get help from. And like I said, around this time, I feel like I'm actually understanding more than I was last time. So this is like such a big, huge step, and I'm so happy about that. Y'all have no idea. Someone said, with TypeScript, you'll see these runtime errors before running the code. Oh, okay, that's pretty dope. Someone said, yeah, website, and where do you live? Haha. Alright, yeah, so I think I answered the website. So where I live is the USA. I live in the USA. I don't really like to say the state or exactly where I'm at, but I'll just say, live in the USA. That's pretty much all I'll say. What is up, y'all? I've been learning how to code for 3 months, about to be 4 months. It may look like I'm a little behind, but trust me, at the end of the day, we all learn at our own pace. We aren't supposed to compare to the person next to you, but also understand, barely got too much time to end up learning, so all the time that I do have, I put into learning it. So, hey, a win is a win, even if it's just a tiny thing that I learned for the day, and I love it. I love it truly. I don't care if it was one note I took on something, and I learned it to whatever I could, to whatever ability. I feel satisfied for the day. Truly. I'm in no rush. I don't need to rush it. I do wish, like, I do have a timeline that I would like to have learned everything, but at the end of the day, if that's not the timeline that I hit, it's okay, you know? So, honestly, I'm only racing against, well, it's not even a real race, but against myself, you know? I don't really have a timeline. There's not anybody that I'm trying to go against, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely just taking my time, moving at my pace, doing what I know, you know, especially because, like, I think everybody is different when it does come to learning how to code. So some things that work for you might not work for the next person. And because I've already tried doing this once, I already know what works for me and what doesn't. So I definitely understand when people come in and, you know, they be like, oh, you know, you should be doing this or you should be doing that, especially because, you know, most people, they just hop in and they don't really know what the hell is going on. So I'm definitely okay with people saying that, because trust me, it's okay. But also as well, you know, people just learn different. That's just what that is. Someone says, code with me, check it out. It seems dope. Oh, so they're talking about something else, I believe. Okie doke. It says, require you for maintenance afterwards, like you can sell it and the client doesn't need to contact you for changes. You know, something that I was thinking about too? I was like, imagine if you got like a certain amount of clients and you charge them all about like $20 to $15 for maintenance, or for hosting like their website, basically, not maintenance, but hosting their website. I was realizing that, like, if you really wanted to, I think if you did 100, how much would that be? If you did 100 clients is crazy. Hold on, my bad. I was doing some crazy math. Damn, what was my math again? Because I was just talking about it yesterday, but it was something where if you had a certain amount of people on like a $15 a month basis, that you could be sitting there making like $400, maybe like $300 a month without even having to get new clients yet. That would be insane. But I'm assuming most people probably, like, because it's clientele work, I'm assuming most people probably just stop paying for it, more than likely, and then you're kind of like, okay, I'm just not going to host your website. I feel like it's a lot of drama. I don't know why, but I feel like client-based work is just a lot of drama. But I'm willing to get into it. I'm definitely willing to get into it. But hey, make sure you end up hitting that subscribe button if you have been new here. I go live every single day. I also try to post YouTube videos every single day. So definitely make sure y'all hit that sub button. Someone said, true, I learned backwards. I build first, then try to understand what I just built. No, that is actually a good way as well. Because sometimes I do that too. Like when I was making my counter project, I like built it, but then I was like, okay, so what does text content mean? Okay, now what does this mean? I think that's probably the best way to do it, in all honesty, is to like build it and then reverse. But you could do it the other way too, like learn it and then build. But it really depends. I feel like for me, it depends on like how it works for me. Truly, I cannot wait to end up getting back into Free Code Camp and get that certification. I'm so mad, y'all, because I printed out my certification. I was gonna put it on my wall, like the first one. Tell me why I printed it out like the long format, my bad. And it came out like this small. I was like, I'm gonna have to landscape it. I'm gonna have to landscape it, man. That's crazy. All right, y'all, we're coming to an end here. Hope y'all ended up enjoying this live stream. Thank you for my new subs, my new 10 subs. Thank you to my old subs. Thank you for the people that have been in this chat. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all make this live poppin'. Thank y'all truly, truly so much. I will be seeing y'all later. Deuces.